it's pretty rare for a business owner, an electrician, a plumber, a carpet cleaner to build their own website. It just takes too much time. Like they're focused on making money doing plumbing, doing carpet cleaning, doing whatever their thing is, and they don't think about it. When it always comes back to me to in college when I did sales, I sold door to door selling direct TV, and it was so hard. It was a gnarly experience. Like I was in Houston in the summer. It's like 105 degrees and humid. I'm just sweating like crazy. But in 100 days, it was like a 3 month summer. I made $70,000 as a college kid. And I don't watch TV. Like I don't care about TV. I've never really cared about TV. And so you're like, man, how was that even possible? I didn't believe in the TV. What I believed in was saving people money. And I could save people money by switching them from Dish Network or AT&T Uverse to DirecTV. And that switch was so easy. If they were paying $150 a month, I could get them all the same channels plus NFL Sunday Ticket for $70 a month. So less than half the price, and they get every single football game the next fall, and they get all the channels, right? So that switch was so easy. And that summer, in 100 days, I did 300 switches and made $70,000. So when I was learning lead gen and learning websites and learning SEO, it kind of clicked all of a sudden. And I was like, whoa, how could I get people that are already paying for this to just switch to me and I can give them more channels and NFL Sunday Ticket, right? I was like, okay, I'm just going to find the people that are paying 300, 500, 700 bucks a month, 1,000, whatever they're paying, and match their a little bit and over deliver on the services. So, okay, you're paying $500 a month for your website and SEO. I'll do 500 bucks a month for your website and SEO. And I'll also help you with a Google review strategy and make you a custom link you can use. And you can call me anytime. I'm way more accessible. And we actually write high quality content. Like all these things, they're like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And when you're starting out, it's a no-brainer for them. It's no additional money. But for you, you just went from zero to making 500 bucks a month with one client. And that is a huge game changer. That's what I love seeing and love helping people do is like go from that zero to 500 to 1,000 to 10,000. And when you hit 10,000 monthly recurring revenue, most people are basically free to quit their job and just scale. And it's so fun to watch that happen and help people do that. So
So, for those that just jumped on, for those that aren't following, basically the strategy from a high level is using SEO, which is taking people's websites, ranking them on Google. You are going to go to your contact list, the people that you know, your warm network, especially and specifically the home service businesses. You're gonna go in with with the mindset of I'm gonna add value, I'm gonna help, I'm gonna see how I can add value. And sure, if they want to pay me, great. If not, I'm still gonna be that person that's like adding value. You go in, most likely you're gonna be able to offer them the exact same thing plus one or two additional things, more value for the same price or less. And doing that strategy, you're gonna be able to stack your first one, two, three, four, five, 10 clients. That's from like that's a very simplified way to say it, but that's essentially what strategy is, right?
yeah, and then you just always are improving that. So once you have a couple clients and you're like, whoa, these switches are easy, you start hearing more names of like, oh wow, this big marketing company does a terrible job. These people do a bad job. This software is expensive and I can, pull clients or cross sell, they could have that software and use me for their site. Um, and you start, getting lists and like attacking easy wins. And that's how it just really starts snowballing. Is you're like, wow, I can just hone in on exactly who I want to target. For some people, it's niches. Like, ooh, I'm really good with carpet cleaners because my dad owns a carpet cleaning company. I'm going to focus on carpet cleaners. I can speak their language.
Yeah.
Or other people, find a company. This big marketing company is terrible. No one likes them. They have terrible reviews. I'm just going to pull people over. Um, and so figuring out those strategies has been huge.
Yeah. So the initial few clients is just hitting your network, and then from there you got to have a bigger strategy. That's something that you could turn into a system, and that's what Zach. The reason that Zach's been able to get to $56,000 per month is not because he's got a network of that many people, but his initial clients. I think you're right, dude. It's the same thing with digital real estate, right? Going from 0 to 1 gives you all the confidence in the world to, oh my gosh, this is actually going to work. And then the second deal becomes easier, and the third deal, and the fourth deal, and the fifth deal. And so, guys, the reason why I didn't do SEO correctly is first and foremost, I was targeting big, juicy retainers because that's what I like to do with digital real estate. I like to get 1,000, 1,500. I had a client, an SEO client, that was paying me $4,000 per month. And honestly, that was the same client that caused me to stop doing SEO because while I was on vacation, that same individual called me and canceled, and it like completely just ruined my vacation because it took like 40% of my 40 or probably like 50% of my revenue at that point. And what Zach does is he goes in strategically and goes to people that are already comfortable paying a small micro bill, and they have been, and he's just switching them over. Instead of selling someone on this new concept, he's taking people that are already paying in general and just funneling that money into himself. Yeah, he does a little bit of work up front, and then after that, a lot of it's set it and forget it. The second thing that he did really well, it's genius. And if you guys are like, man, this might distract me, guys, if you do what Zach's doing, which is targeting home service businesses, you can literally go target your future digital real estate clients. Like you could go in and say, hey, I'm only going to target clients in tree service or concrete or spray foam insulation, and I'm going to go get their SEO, get in the door with their SEO at $500 a month. And guess what? The only reason they want SEO is because they want leads. So now I got their trust. Now I'm going to take some of that money. I'm going to go set up a strategy using what Nick talks about, put up a landing page to put an ad up, run some ads, get them additional leads and say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, what do you think about buying these leads from my project as well? And now all of a sudden you have people that already trust you, and it's the easiest sell in the world to go for that second, third, fourth money.